Last time on the Mag Room.
Are you really going to tell a secret that happened this week, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Kind of thinking about it. It involves you.
No, you're not going to tell that secret. I'll kill you. I will drive to Jupiter Farms and kill you.
I told Jay Tarsis about it.
You did?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. That's how I got him on the show.
Oh, shut up. That's
swear
not
to
how
God.
you got him on the show.
Lori, please just tell it.
I don't want it on the air.
Why?
Because it's a horror.
I'm
You
reading.
told me. You knew.
I'm
you've
reading
known me
Jay
my entire-
Tarsis's response right now. So.
Here, go ahead. What's it say? I said
My
I wanted
sister recently blanked during a work meeting, and I want to discuss it on the podcast, but she says it's too embarrassing and she'll be mad at me if I do. Should I risk the relationship with my only sibling over a great story for a podcast with an audience of 26 people?
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag Room. Mag Room. The Mag Room. The Mag Room.
So he was asking for advice, much like we give on this show. And Jay Jay wrote back, do you have the names and ages and genders of the 26 people? He wanted to know what kind of work you do, so maybe that would matter. And she wanted to know if you were wearing pants or a skirt. But see, but now that I read it.
Well, this is pretty perfect way to do it because we didn't say
Yeah,
what
now
it
we didn't
was.
say it. We didn't say it, but there you go. All right.
This is perfect.
All right, I hope you're happy now.
Were you wearing pants or a skirt? Do you?
Yeah,
can you share that?
I just speculated it was pants because you're at your house during all
Yeah, I
this.
was wearing pants, but but they're in a landfill somewhere.
Nice. Did you shower after, like Mark?
No, Jarrod, it was a week ago, and I'm still in the same.
Traumatized.
No, I meant that. I meant immediately.
I couldn't. I was in a meeting.
Oh wow. You couldn't do like Zoom's great because you can just pretend there's a bad connection.
No, it was my meeting. I was talking for an hour.
Meeting
straight.
adjourned.
See,
See,
was there
it's
more to
healthy.
the article? Oh, so is the point of it that you should tell your secrets and that it helps you?
Well, it said sometimes secrets could have harm to them.
Yeah, but I think you can distinguish which
It
are
says
which.
don't hide them if they will come out eventually,
Right.
because that's
Like if we go poking around the landfill that Lori was talking about.
yeah.
Well, I think the thing is,
It does say leave your past mistakes in the past.
I totally
You just
agree
need
with
to
that.
do Yeah. Focus on how you've grown since your mistake, the lessons you've learned from the experience,
What lesson did you learn, Lori?
and to promise not to make the same mistake
Yeah, I need
twice,
to use
and
the
to beat
measuring.
yourself up over past wrongs.
When I put my MCT oil in my coffee, I have to measure it. Don't just
Nice.
the one day you don't measure is the day you're gonna
What's
regret.
MCT? I don't know what that is.
It's coconut oil. It's supposed to be good for like
It's in Orange Julius.
heart health and your brain and all that.
Okay.
But if you use too much of it, it is no bueno. That's
All right. See, now you're teaching people things.
Yo comprendo.
PSA.
Sisk Stories.
So this is a little game we're gonna play.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love a
called
good game.
Would you rather?
Ooh, this gets dirty usually.
I don't think this is that dirty.
Oh, okay.
I picked some of these, so I was like a 450 would you rather questions. We're not
Wow.
obviously going to do 450 of them. So I think we could alternate. So who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay, Mark, here you go. Would you rather have out of control body hair or a strong, pungent body odor?
Body hair.
So why?
Because I think you could do a lot with the style. As a guy who's balding right now, it would be cool to have a big, huge head of hair. I could do some wavy
No, this
thing.
is just body hair.
Body.
Well, I know, but I'm saying I assume it would extend to my head, right?
You could curl it up to your head probably, but I don't.
So I would trim. I'd have to spend a lot of time trimming it, I guess. But
so you think you'd trim it and then glue it to your head?
All right. I was sort of.
You don't think that would look weird? Or
I was thinking of going for like a high and tight on my arms and like everything else, and then just a cool hairstyle on my head.
Well, plus you could wax or laser it off. Like if you smell, you smell.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything about the smell.
No.
So everybody's going. Lori, you're going with the body hair as well.
I would love a lot of body.
Hirsute. The hirsute twins.
That'd be just awesome if you both had a lot of body hair and it was just sort of your family thing.
I imagine it would be. I imagine if I had it, then
it would be hereditary.
Yeah. Wouldn't think that I'd be the only Wolfman baby in the whole Einloth clan.
Do you think it's up your whole face too, like a whole?
Well, I kind of pictured Wolfman.
Like what's your body, like neck to ankles?
And it would probably hide
like
fat
your feet are clear. No
I might
hair
be
on your
all
feet.
in on this.
It'd hide your fat. You think? You think body hair is slimming?
If you were covered in hair, I think you'd be like, oh, that's just a pretty normal looking bear. Not
think
that's
about
a chubby dude.
Think about dogs that have a lot of hair when they get a bath. Then you're like, wow, that's a really skinny dog. It just has a lot of hair.
So it'd be the other way
the
around.
opposite.
You'd look fat. You'd be fat guy with.
All right, I'm gonna take the smell then.
All right, Laura, this one's for you.
Okay.
Would you rather be a reverse centaur, so you have a horse head, or a reverse merman where you have a fish head? So you have a human body in both cases, but you have a horse head or a fish head.
You got to go with horse.
Oh,
look like a.
Don't skew the.
Why would you want to look like a fish?
This is a ridiculous question.
That's why I chose it. Yes.
I don't like those centaurs. They're creepy.
But you'd be the opposite. So
I would be the opposite.
This is a reverse.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I guess
horses,
I'd rather.
Horses are beautiful.
I guess I'd rather have a horse head.
I'm just picturing you with a horse head.
Yeah, with a little cool baseball hat on.
Like you're talking. All right, who's up? Is this you, Mark?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's my
Would
turn.
you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe?
Giraffe.
So you would ride on a giraffe.
Well, those are my only two choices. Donkeys is like, I don't know, do you want to drive a Chevy or do you want to drive a Bugatti,
Do you think the giraffe, too, could swing its head and do the fighting?
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine it'd be a little quicker.
What if you come up on a panther while you're riding a giraffe? How do you think that's going to go?
I bet probably a scuffle will ensue, but I think we'll be okay.
Seems like the donkey would be a smoother ride.
I think the giraffe would be more exciting.
But you might have to wear like a cup or something. It might get a little uncomfortable.
Well, I think both.
How do you get up there? You got to get up
both
there.
rides, yeah. Does it say anything about that in the stupid thing that you printed out?
Yeah,
for no reason?
there's a ladder. There's a ladder.
Okay.
All right, next one, Lori. This is you.
Okay.
Every time you call it stupid, I just move on to the next one. Would you rather every shirt you ever wear to be kind of itchy or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper?
One-ply toilet paper, because I just keep
double it
rolling
up.
I can't imagine every shirt I ever wear would be kind of itchy.
Yeah, I'd go with the one-ply toilet paper too.
Yeah, the itchy shirt would be crazy.
That sounds like polyester, which I would never do anyway. So.
No, it's terrible. Mark, this is a good one for you. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night or sweat maple syrup?
Ugh. Hair, the spaghetti
It's
hair.
not sticky though.
Yes, it is.
Not to you.
You're just trying to sell it to me as that. It's going to be sticky. Maple syrup has to be sticky. It's in the word. I'm not having maple syrup pits.
Would you let me try your spaghetti hair?
Yeah, and my human fat meatballs. This is perfect.
Every time the meatballs.
You have a whole meal.
Oh, all
your
right.
human
So
spaghetti hair and human meatballs?
if
we
that's
were supposed
my
to ask
hair,
this to every guest.
if this is
Would you
real,
try human meatballs?
my hair is spaghetti,
For 3, Mark.
and my hair is spaghetti, my entire livelihood is based on feeding people. You have to eat it.
So Mark comes over Christmas dinner. He's let it grow for a while so the whole family can eat spaghetti hair.
I show up bald and 30 pounds lighter. Like, that was great.
He always does bring something. have I been eating humans for like?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just finding this
I
out.
don't know.
Now that's a secret. Sister, I've been feeding you humans on Christmas and Thanksgiving
Soylent
for
Green.
12
I've been bringing
years.
Soylent Green to holidays for
I was
years.
really just envisioning you with spaghetti hair. It was more of an envisioning.
Well, did you ever see?
And I like the idea of me showing up completely bald. and like 25, 30 pounds lighter. And everybody's like, oh, not again.
Why do we have to have Mark, Uncle Mark?
Can't you just make the stuffing like you did 2 years ago?
Just because his hair is spaghetti, he feels like he has to bring it every time.
We have to have it.
I did a pesto sauce and a marinara this year, guys.
Mark, no one's eating your spaghetti and human.
Fine. Like, it's so much better for you to have your pancakes with maple syrup sweat.
Yeah, I don't even
By
know
not
how-
taking the one option, you're taking the other. So
Yeah.
Lori's pancakes with the.
Does that mean like
carpet
everything, like my
syrup.
bed, if I sweat, will smell like maple
Yeah,
syrup?
if you
like
get
everything?
sick, you're gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting.
Be all sticky.
Yeah, the spaghetti hair might be better. If I get hungry in the middle of the night, I could just gnaw on a little of my
You
hair.
have your own source of food. Yeah.
I have to say though, with, like the would you rather questions, Jarrod, I'm used to things that are actually
Sort of like,
potentially.
would you rather go broke or lose
Right.
an arm or
All
something?
right,
like
so
that?
here's the next one. Let's see if this fits your thing. Is this
Normally, you have
Lori?
to think about them a little bit.
Would you rather be inside a portable toilet when it's pushed over,
Oh no.
or die
Whatever the
3
other one.
weeks earlier than you normally would have?
Oh, I'd rather die. No. No, I guess I have to go with the. I thought anything would be.
Gee,
Better
so
than
those
the
extra
portal.
3 weeks of life, or what do you think is going to happen in those last 3 weeks of your life that will,
Every day is a gift.
except
You
for
would
that one
know,
that you get
too.
pushed into,
Except for the one where the porta
you end
potty.
up in a porta potty.
You asked me that, Mark. Remember the woman who lost her phone in the toilet and went to get it
Ugh.
Yeah, she died 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later? All right,
Happy
Mark.
ending.
Here's one for you. This is one you'll like. Maybe you won't. But would you rather be a bowling champion or a curling champion?
Bowling.
Really? I thought you were going to take curling.
I've been trying to throw off my the algorithm in my YouTube search
Yep.
channel these past few weeks. So I got onto a little jag where I was watching bowling videos, and I don't like bowling at all. I was just putting them on and letting them play while I was doing other stuff. And then I ended up watching this guy. It was like bowling trash talkers. It was kind of cool. So I'd like to do that. I don't know if curling has trash talkers or not. So
All right, Lori, you'll like this one. This is like what you were talking about before.
real.
Would you rather
Real
be
life.
completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Fly. Easy.
Really? Why?
Easily.
Oh, easy.
That- I think that is just about the coolest thing. To be able to fly, like
So one day you just can fly. What do you
go
do?
everywhere.
So tomorrow, I tell you, I'm giving you this gift. You get to fly tomorrow. What do you do?
Yeah, you have to fly in a work day. Huh?
What are you going to cancel your Zoom meeting and then
You can't
Fly
fly till
around.
like 5 o'clock tomorrow
No,
night.
it's
All right, I got to do a Zoom meeting, everybody.
There's pretty much, as a human, you can pretty much have every experience except for that, right? Like
Yeah.
as humans, we can do just about everything, but we can't fly.
Well, you can fly, but you could do like the parasailing or something like that. You know,
True, but to
I don't
be
know that-
able to just like take flight.
Yeah, but so what are you going to do tomorrow?
Oh, I'd probably fly over to the Bahamas, fly over the ocean quite a bit. Not over land, mostly over water.
Yeah.
like
swoop
close to the
down.
water.
Yeah, and like do like the pelicans do, like dive
Ever
down
seen-
into the water.
The
I love how they
Superman.
land. I love how pelicans land in the water.
I've never seen that.
They
How do they land?
like I would land. They just cannonball. They kind of just like dump into the water, like tense up, boom, just a big splash, and then they're there. It's cool.
Mark, what would you pick?
Invisible.
What are you
What
going
would
to do?
you
What are you
do?
gonna do with that tomorrow?
Just terribly perverted things mostly.
Go in the ladies' room.
And spend most of my time in the ladies' room at Publix. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'd
come
rob
on.
I'd rob a bank or something.
I see. So you're going to use it for your own gain.
Yes, I get it for one day. Yeah. Yeah,
Do you go to do you try to listen in to people at all? See what they're saying about you or anything?
Nah, that stuff doesn't really interest me too much.
All right.
Nope, I'd use it purely for nefarious
Voyeurism.
purpose. No,
This
it
is-
would be my first. I would definitely rob something.
Okay. All right, I got 3 left. So, Mark, I think this was yours. Would you rather be the absolute best at something that no one takes seriously, or be well above average but not anywhere near the best at something well respected?
Think you could give me 2 examples? Because I'm already the best producer of this show.
So there you go.
So
Would you
maybe I'm
rather
already
be the
got that
best
nailed down.
producer at the Mag Room? No, you could be the best, but something no one takes seriously. Like cornhole. You'd be the best cornhole player in the world.
Okay.
Or you're like an above average doctor.
If we're doing it for real, the second one, I'd rather be above average at something, but not the best. I don't need to be the best at anything.
All right.
You're above average at most things, brother.
Aw. Thanks, Laura.
You're above average loser.
Oh,
Heyo.
damn. Backhand. Oh.
All right. One left for each of you. Lori, this one's for you. Would you rather hang out with your family or your friends?
Want me to turn my feed off for, take my headphones off for a second here?
My
Remember,
family.
Mark is in your family. And
No, definitely my
brought up one of
family.
your secrets tonight.
Family, definitely. And I have really good friends, but I love my family.
Would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
No. Well, whatever the second one was.
Oh, not the robots.
What was it?
Organic, like they're alive.
Made of carbon? Organic. Yeah.
All right.
I just have this feeling that robots, I don't know, man. Like my DVD player, I used it once when Aaron came and visited. I used it one weekend and it already
This was
doesn't
the
work.
one you got for the club at the club?
Yes. No, I
the
actually
Goodwill
bought
Club?
it new. No, that was the TV. I bought the DVD player new.
Whoa.
But it already
Fancy
isn't working.
pants.
So that might actually go against my theory.
What's
that
the brand name of your DVD player?
I'd have to. I don't know. Don't know off the top of my head.
How much did you spend on it?
$29.99.
All right. And that was new.
Amazon. Brand new.
It's already broken?
Yeah.
I think you could send it back probably.
As I saw some. Yeah, whatever.
All right. You're just donating $30 to Amazon?
I hate myself.
All right. It seems like a good one to end on. Anything else you guys have?
And the only other thing I had was a bit of Mark trivia that
Nice.
I believe that
Mark
Mark
trivia. Are you going to ask me the question?
The trivia about myself. Do I get the answer?
I believe that my brother was the first person to know that Kurt Cobain died because
In the world.
I think so.
Like before the cops or anybody.
This is Mark trivia that not even I know. How did?
So I was married, but Ed was in where was he
Seattle?
then?
Was he in Seattle?
He
Do
was.
you know
He,
where-
I can't remember if that was the first Gulf War or when he went to Somalia. But anyway, I was living at my parents' house, and Mark, like I said, was much younger than me, and I was sound
Cobain
asleep.
died probably in 94.
3?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
94.
Okay, so that was the Somalia thing. So I was sleeping in the room across from Mark, and all of a sudden Mark comes in my room like 2:00 in the morning. He's like,
Wait, Kurt Cobain died.
"What? What? What?" He woke me up. So I like, I think Mark might actually be the first person because nobody else was up.
This is a fun piece of trivia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
It's not even.
I remember that vividly. You knocking on the door at 399 Redstone Drive.
I wonder what I was doing at 3 a.m. in Cheshire. I
You
wasn't-
never sleep.
I wonder if that when they reported it.
When did I report it? I can't remember.
When did you tell?
We're gonna
What
have
was
to
your
look into
source,
this a little bit
Mark?
more. I remember where I was when Freddie Mercury died too.
Did I break into your room and tell you in the middle of the night?
Mark also told you that.
He tells me when
Anytime I
sort
come
of rock
bursting,
star
anytime
dies.
I come bursting in the
Mark
room,
is
it's always
here
bad
again.
news and the.
He knows who all my favorite musicians are, so he likes to let me know right away.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury was 1991,
91, I was pumping gas at a Chevron station in San Diego.
and Mark burst out of the Chevron station
Covered in gasoline.
with a Snickers bar.
Covered in gasoline. He came out of the men's room at the Chevron station.
Wow, what were you doing in there, Mark? Hey,
Guys got to earn a couple of bucks every once in a while.
now,
I needed a ride home.
Freddie Mercury style.
My
Yeah,
favorite.
it's sad when I wonder what I mean. Kurt Cobain dying early, right? It's some ways sucks. He didn't get to do any of his other stuff, but then you also don't you don't ruin it, right?
No, I think you need those shooting stars to make to make the sky more interesting, right?
Well, it's something about those artists too. Like Kurt Cobain, it sounds like was really suffering. Like he was in a lot of
What makes you say that?
physical pain.
That's
But
what it said on the
suicide
Wikipedia.
note. His
Wait,
suicide note was,
And he killed himself. I thought that was self-evident.
but
I was just joking.
but I don't think he was. It was an accidental overdose. Like he intended to take his life, shot himself, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unlike Chris Cornell, who maybe just took too much of something.
Didn't he hang himself, Cornell?
That's what I thought too.
Oh, okay, maybe he did, but he was on something. I think.
So you think
Yes.
if you hang yourself, you're not suffering, but if you shoot yourself, you are.
but Kurt Cobain's suicide was something. He was in physical.
He had
pain,
some
like a
stomach
GI thing.
He had
Yeah.
like several hangnails, they said at the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a bad one. It was from the playing the
They were
guitar.
Skin tag on his neck that he wanted to have removed.
And their second album didn't sell as many as the first, so
Yep.
he was distraught.
But
Kids, don't kill yourself. Call the suicide helpline.
absolutely.
Skin tags aren't a huge deal.
It's not worth it.
Hashtag skin tags.
Get help. Hashtag get help skin tags.
Oh my.
Any other deaths that Mark reported? Or
I was the first one to tell when Franz Ferdinand was assassinated.
Well, the other thing that happened when I, coming home as an older sibling, Mark went to the New Haven. They used to do jazz on the green in New Haven on Sundays,
Oh yeah. I remember this.
and Mark came home wasted, and locked himself in his bedroom. And my mom, I got caught. Anything I ever did wrong, I got caught.
yeah.
And I never did.
He never did.
Because what's it, 9 years difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, your parents were just worn out at that point. They're
So-
like,
Yeah.
as long as Mark's alive, whatever.
Yeah.
Who's,
And even if that,
yeah.
He was out of his mind drunk, and my mom's like, "Oh, Mark has the flu. Mark
Wow, she just lied for you?
doesn't have the flu.
There's a secret.
I think I told her I got too much sun.
Nice.
Mark's really sick, so try to be quiet. Whatever. Mark, he's wasted.
No, I got
How
a
do you
lot
get
of sun that
wasted at the
day.
Jazz Fest?
No, I don't know. I was
It
probably
was right after Cobain
16.
died, right? You were like a bit in a
I was
bad
probably
place.
17 years old. One of my neighbors had gone to the liquor store for me and bought whatever, I forget what we had, rum and all that stuff, and drank all day in the sun and listened to music. And I tackled somebody into the ocean. I had a fun day.
That was a good day. Was that a day you would go back and live?
I threw up out of a moving car,
Interesting.
It was a
good
van.
day.
and yeah,
Messed
and then I
around, got a triple double.
I got a triple double at about 3 p.m. and then I went home and fell asleep. And
I love how
yeah.
your mom bought that you had the flu or something, though.
My mom, she's not like I kind of think she knows, like she comes across as naive, but I think I don't know. What do you think, Laura?
I think she probably just doesn't want to deal with it.
She doesn't want to deal with it, so she just lets him get away with it.
Well,
Kinda.
I think she just loves us enough that if we screw up, she's not going to make an incident out of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I
You're gonna
remember
make it an
once-
international incident that Mark
international
was.
incident. I remember once I was probably 14, and we were drinking Heffenruffers. Do you remember Heffenruffers? I was so young that I was still doing ballet class, and I went into my
You
bedroom.
got drunk at ballet class? That is up.
That's how old is Emma right now, Jared?
12.
So in 2 years she would be drinking it if Lori was your daughter.
Yeah.
Lori was crazy early, and then Lori became like the all-American thing. But
I got it all out of my system.
She was crazy when she was like 12, which is weird.
That's why your parents maybe didn't trust you when you said you were drunk or whatever, and they thought Mark had the flu or whatever.
Because I was 8. Because I'd waited 6 extra years.
Yep.
If he was, Had Mark been 12 when he came home with his pants
12,
on,
you were actually watching game shows
with no
on
pants
TV.
on and vomit on his shirt.
Yeah. You were watching Press Your Luck instead of going to ballet class and drinking Heffenreffers with the ballet coach.
Yeah, so I don't think my mom is naive. I think she just
so she
is willing
believed
to let it go.
She believed you too.
Oh, I threw up all over the floor in my bedroom, and I was wiping it up with my ballet tights, and she came in and helped me. And she's like, I mean, it had to smell like Heffenreffer, but she never said like
Or
you smell
ballet
like
juice.
She never said like you smell like a brewery.
You smell like ballet sweat.
Everybody.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. She just
Sure.
give it a pass.
They could have went a bunch of different ways, and it turned out well for you guys.
Yeah, we turned out okay
Sure.
so far.
Could have maybe went different. Who knows? It does make you realize, I think of that as a parent all the time. You have some say in what happens, but you don't have a lot.
Well, just wait, like middle school, forget it. Then it's all.
Yes, my daughter's in middle school.
Is she? That's when it.
She's young though. She's still we were at the lake today, and she wants to play with her brothers. So
Barely drank anything.
I think we might be. Yeah.
You have brothers and sisters?
I have one of each.
Oh, okay.
My sister lives in Orlando, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. She's lived there for 20 years.
Where do you fall in the mix?
I'm the oldest.
Really?
I'm 8 years. So me and my sister are like you and Mark. I'm 8 years older than my sister.
Oh, wow. And then your brother?
My brother's in the middle. So 4. It was 4 years.
Okay.
4. So me and my sister did not have that close of a relationship when I was in high school. And then as we got older, we did. Because, I'm sure you and Mark were close, but you're just in different, right? You're in high school. He's 9 years old. You're just...
Yeah, we got closer later in life.
Later.
You're like, shut up, Mark. Stop telling me stuff.
But that's another good mom story is Mark. We had this giant, I don't know why. It seemed normal at the time, but now that I'm older, I don't know. Everybody in Connecticut has a giant rock in their front yard.
That is true.
So we had the rock in our front yard, and Mark had banana peels on the rock drying. And my mom came home from work, and she's like, Mark, what's up with the banana peels? He said, well, I want to dry them and smoke them. And my mom said, well, they dry much quicker if you did it in the oven.
If you put the oven on a low temperature and then put the banana peels in,
not like Mark.
Don't smoke banana peels.
What does that even mean? Smoking
Here's a
banana
better
peels?
because I heard that song by Donovan,
Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow, and it's supposed to be about smoking banana peels. And I thought I could get high by smoking a banana peel. So
your mom at some point probably thought he's gonna get the stupid out of his system if I keep just letting him do it. But little did she know
that I'm still smoking banana peels to this day. Never
I'm
quit.
addicted to banana peels.
I love banana peel smoking more than anything.
Nice.
I smoke about a pack of banana peels a day.
Yeah. What is it? How do you measure a pack of banana peels? So let's finish with this.
Okay.
Mark and I have tried. So Jay Tarsis, we're excited. I think in 2 weeks he's going to be on the show. And we're just
So for people who don't know, he's the guy that played the basketball coach in Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Comedic
Coach
hero of
Bobby
mine, of
Finstock.
mine and Jared's.
And we talked about him in earlier episodes. So
Yeah, I
if you
know, but
don't know him,
not everybody
that means
knows.
you didn't listen to early episodes. So you got to check that out.
I think you should remind people.
That's great. Reminders are good.
So how did you make the connection with Jay Tarshis?
There's a friend of his puts videos out. You should watch them. They're funny. He calls them advice from an old guy. And so Jay is...
And he's made them recently. It's 2 or 3 years ago.
And so Jay's the star of these videos. They're little 6-minute things, just goofy advice from an old guy. And the guy who produces the videos, Jarrod, emailed him. And then he emailed us back, and we gave him some information. He called me Monday or Tuesday of this week. And then I told Jay about your accident. And And he wrote back.
I can't believe you told him about that.
And Mark's kind of been having.
Why would
Mark-
you? This has been the best week of my life, Laura. You're responsible for one of the most fun
Yeah.
weeks of my life I've ever had.
Mark's emailing a movie star of our youth.
And he keeps writing back and making fun of me and stuff. So
And my story is what got.
well, so the guy that wrote us back told me, he said, like,
Send us something to Jay, make it short. I'll make sure he gets it. And then he gave us his email, but he said send him an email.
Mhm.
And
So
then he's been emailing Mark back and forth.
and I just wanted to take a weird angle. I figured if I just wrote, hey, we'd be on our podcast. We're two silly guys, blah, blah, blah. I thought that might be a little banal. So I went with my sister had an accident on a on a Zoom meeting, and I want to talk about it, but I don't know if I should or not.
God.
And he wrote back about 20 minutes later.
Well, I guess if it
You don't ever have to buy me a Christmas present ever again.
if it went to a good
this story
cause,
was
I'm happy to.
So Mark and I thought we should try to find, because Jay Tarsus is famous, but he's not like
Brad Pitt
mega
famous.
superstar
Yeah.
famous. So we should try to find people that we like that we could maybe get on the show.
To kind of sit in with us and just do what you just did with us, basically.
Yeah. So we were trying to think of who should we try to contact next.
Yeah, if you have any ideas, if anybody has any ideas, just people to have on the show that we think are funny, I guess,
So people should email us
with some ideas.
of people that we should try to contact from probably 80s or 90s.
Yeah, like movie. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to go for movies we grew up with, people that we, that kind of influenced things that we think are funny.
And if you have stuff that you want us to ask Jay or talk to Jay about. I think, Mark, you got a lot to edit here, buddy.
Let's wrap it up.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh, I like my group. I like my group.
There you go.
Ooh, ooh. Take the poop part out, please. I'm begging you.
There was
You
no,
didn't say
there's
anything.
no poop part in the whole show, so I don't.
Can I really not? You didn't even say it.
No, I
You never
think it-
even-
No, but
I think it was fine.
anyone with half a brain can figure out.
Well, you that was because
Say
of
you made the story up. You lied.
Yeah, just for the show.
I
There you
wanted to
go.
be. I wanted to pop. So I
What?
made up a story.
You needed
Yeah.
a cool story for the show.
Say
If
you
you
lied.
edit out the end, it's pretty much deny. Like it doesn't ever say it.
Listen, I'm just here to support the podcast. So
All
Well,
right.
it's so nice to meet you for real, Jarrod.
I know, Laura. I can't believe I've known Mark 30 years.
He called me this week. He's like, I guess I've never met your sister before. Huh? I don't even know if I know what she looks like.
30
You're ju-
years.
You're just as charming as I thought you.
Wow, that's
So-
nice.
And
Yeah,
I- and I-
everything Mark said about you was true. It was amazing. Produced by Fiesta Elegante. Theme song by Mega Yellox. Email mugaandcisco@gmail.com with any comments, questions, feedback. Instagram. We got the Instagram now, the Mag Room Pod. All right, so we're at. So Laura, you did the line, but you want to do it again? You and Mark do it.
What's the first part? Listen
Stick
to
with the
Mag Room.
Stick with the Mag Room.
everything else is cream cheese.
All right, and Jay Tarsus in 2 weeks.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
I'll kill you.